Here. This is the room at full capacity on how much light the screens will take in. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. This right here is our acoustic 17 blackout cloth. We put a challenge out for Crow, or AKA Fernando Gonzalez, basically constantly comparing his technology to ours, saying that he does the same thing we do. And because of that, we gave him challenges, as in his challenge for making our products. He had a challenge where he had to make all 12 of the exotics within 20 minutes of the timeline, which we did in every demonstration. He had to follow all demonstrations to a T, as in proving that he did make the product. If not, then that makes him out to be a phony to begin with. So one of the things we have displayed time and time again when it comes to our technology is that our screens can produce most amazing white levels and amazing contrast levels back and forth, where in his demonstrations he will not display any form of contrast whatsoever due to the fact and fear that his screen is going to wash out. We show you everything from the door. So as I was doing this demonstration, this challenge for him, I came in early in the morning when the sun wasn't even up, and gradually as light starts to pour into the room, we get more and more light in here. You will see the room get brighter and brighter. We are now at the peak hour where we get a ton of light in this room, and this is something I have to share with you, something that has to be documented, something for you to see. Now we're at full capacity of how much light pushes through the room, and I want you to see the reaction of the screen, and I want him to be able to observe exactly what he's going to have to be able to do in order to match this demonstration. As I said before, usually this particular individual will talk a lot of nonsense about us. And then in the end, when it comes time to do these challenges, he will shy away from them as fast as possible, just to let the individual know that you have product coming here to the house. If you do not, we'll give you a chance to do the demonstrations, the challenges. If you do not, we will do them for you, fair and by the book. If you claim your technology is not ambient light rejection, which is something a lot of them will do, say that technology is not ambient light rejection and it's not fair, or you display demonstrations of the screen in a fully lit environment, making it eligible for an ambient light rejection demonstration. So I'm going to let this play right here. I got a few things I'm working on downstairs, and I'm just going to let this run, and you can see the light from in the room go from bright to normal back and forth. It's going to get crazy in here because it fluctuates here all the time. You got the sun coming up and coming down at the same time. But as you can see, there's plenty of light in the environment for you to observe the screen and to see the demonstration that we're displaying. And the display was supposed to be Starfield, which I'm getting right now. Starfield demonstration. As I said before, when we do these demonstrations, I having a black screen, I have to be able to show off those white levels. That's something I have to display to my customers. This is what I'm going over real quick, just to show you on a recap that I'm going to pull white levels up on the screen. As you can see right here, we're displaying our white levels. And then him, for what he has to do, he has to display contrast levels on his screen. Because you're supposed to, if you're basically displaying screen paint, or projection screen, or whatever you're doing, you should do the full demonstration and not half the demonstration. So I'm going to allow this to play in here. Let me get my charge port for this to charge up. And I'm going to be downstairs taking care of some business. And y'all can watch it from here. And if he wants, he can log in and watch the demonstration too. Oh, on top of that, he has to pull up the angle gain too. So he has to come to the side and he has to pull up 190-degree viewing angle. And also too, what is added to is when he does the demonstration, we don't want to see the screen washed out. We want to see it from edge to edge. When I show my white screens off on here, from edge to edge, you're seeing white on the screen. Same thing from edge to edge, we have to see black. Or y'all are going to have to see black, because it's more for y'all than for me. I don't buy this product. So, the consumer out there buys this product, and you should see exactly what you are actually buying. And see, you're seeing a bunch of fake demonstrations that he's been displaying. Here you have no problem being able to mimic the same demonstration if his product is legit. Now, even though some people out there are going to say, well, can you have gray screens? Yeah, we do have gray screens, and I've done those demonstrations with our gray screens mimicking black levels. But I've always said in the demonstrations that a gray screen will never ever come close to a black screen. Only black screens can produce at 100. But we do have color coding, which I've proved in my demonstration, showing us gray screens doing things different than other certified gray screens. And as you can see, it's quite bright out there. Sun's kicking in, as you can see. And there's the star field. And a few minutes ago, I did show off my white levels. So you can see that I'm showing off both to my customers. They can see the white levels and contrast. Same thing goes for his screen. He should be displaying those contrast levels. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and get some business to take care of. Here comes the sun. And I'm about to take the remote control with me. Wow, I forgot about that. I'll tell you, the first thing he's going to resort to, he's going to try to do a demonstration where he's going to show off some kind of black paint he mixed up together and try to say this is how his product is working. Like I just did a demonstration on white levels on our technology, so that doesn't work anymore. You're going to have to stop fighting, and display the contrast demonstrations on your screen. So like I said, under his retaliation, he's going to go and do a demonstration. Say, look how, this is how black screens react. We already told you, we don't want you to see how black screens react. We want to see your contrast levels on your screen. That's what we're requesting. And if you can't do the demonstration, we'll do it for you. See, we can do colors, we can do white levels, we can do all that. Don't want to see any demonstrations of you saying, oh, black screen's this. No, display your contrast levels on your screen. That's what the challenge is. Don't try to divert the attention. We already displayed our white levels with no problem. Now, we're asking you to display your contrast levels. With the windows open, sunlight coming in, fully lit. So what my area is, that's what you've been requested to do. You faked the demonstration with a customer, we saw it, we're calling you out on it. So back it up. So like I said, we can display our white levels, we can display our colors, no problem for our customers. Unless you're going to get on camera and admit that your technology isn't the same as ours, which we already know that from the door. And as I said before, if you don't do the challenge, we'll bring your product down here and we'll do it for you. And where everybody can see what the consumer is buying. You have to be honest with your consumers. If not, we'll do it for you. Like I said, if you mind your own business, I wouldn't have cared less, but you didn't do that. Because I guarantee you, that fellow who bought that paint from you, I guarantee you $100 that he can't do this demonstration right now. So I change up my colors at will. My screen does not wash out or fade at all, period. Now, I think I got a bird trapped in my attic because I can hear it, and I have to get him out so he can get outside. Until then, this is going to stay on for the day. And I'll post the link at the bottom. We first started the challenge for him. We started it around nighttime, around 5 o'clock. And then slowly you can watch the sun creep up closer and closer to the house, and you can watch him illuminate with tons of light. As I said before, we can do snowstorm demonstrations on here. We can do color demonstrations on here. Anything you want on here. And we can pull that contrast level. But in your demonstrations, I don't see you doing the star field. No form of OLED demonstrations. If you choose to use those demonstrations, you would do them when the sun is down. And you will also do the demonstrations in the dark. If you're the same as my technology as you claim to be, you will have no problem mimicking the exact same demonstration. We both have ultra short throws, so it shouldn't be a problem. Now let's see how long it takes for him to do the demonstration or to avoid it at all costs. And trying to go in and, I said before, go against the 12 and say, oh, well, the 12 doesn't produce great white levels. Well, you can't do that. I just did a demonstration a few minutes ago on a 1,000 lumen projector, even with a lamp right in the middle of the center of the screen with the lights on. And took the projector, put it up on my ceiling, the image. So, no, that's not going to work either. I even did the white levels and zoomed in so people can see right up on top of the screen with skin tones. That's not going to work either. So you're running out of places to run. So you're going to have to do the demonstration or just admit you are what you are. You're a fake. I can back mine up right there. 30. So you stuff upstairs. In a minute. I'm going to get a room ready. Take your stuff upstairs. I believe you got a bird upstairs. And get loose. And get the bird out of the attic. Use the broom to usher him out the window. I don't want to hurt him. Let's go ahead and the hood because the attic is cold. So, like I said, as you made statements that black screens can't produce white levels, I'm going to make a statement to you. And I want you to remember this. I today declare that your screen paint can't produce contrast. And if I'm wrong, then you have no problem doing the exact same demonstration I'm doing now. So prove me wrong. If your screen can produce that contrast level, do a starfill demonstration. Let that window light pour in and do the same demonstration. And like I said, I don't want to see a little bit of black in the corner. From corner, edge to edge. It must remain solid black. And then you got to take your camera, go to the angle, and pull up a 190-degree viewing angle on an angle. If I can do it 13 feet back at 1,000 lumens, and I can show white skin tones, snowstorms, white wolves, and if I can do those demonstrations against screens that are much lighter than mine, as in the Cinema Gray 5D or the Cinema Gray, I don't know why you can't do it. You might go on vacation after this one. Now, I'm not saying all gray screens. I'm saying yours can't. And if you don't want to do the challenge, when your product gets here, we'll do it in here, do the demonstration. I'll take down my screen. My screen comes off the wall. We'll paint one, put it up on the wall, and we'll mimic the demonstration that you refuse to do. All right. My bird. They must be nesting on the side of the house. That's got to be it. Usually they nest on the side of the house. Sounds like upstairs in the attic, but they're not. So he's nesting on the side of the house. Okay. Oh well, okay, that's good. All right. Oh, look on the bright side. This is not the summertime. For summertime, we'd be outside doing this demonstration. So, you know, we got off lucky. It's inside the house, so it's not that bad. Let's go play around in his backyard for a bit. Let's go into some white levels. TCL 4K demonstrations. I get that right. I did get that right. So using my technology, you can switch over into your world that fast. I can display your colors, everything that your light gray screens can actually do. You can't go over my world. So I'm going to play in your backyard for a little bit, and I'm going to display all my bright colors off my black screen while the windows are open behind me. Ladies and gentlemen, we officially got sunlight pushing through now. Woohoo! Yeah! Yep, look at the sunlight coming through. That's when the challenge gets better. Much better. With everything we do here, he's going to have to copy it. Or he's probably not going to do it. We know. He's not going to copy it. But at least it's out there. How easy. I can just pop over into your world that fast. You know, like I said, you want to go against my Lord and my Savior's work. Like I said, this is his master design. This is all the technology he's given to me. He's given me the ability to produce black contrast, or pretty much anything we get our hands on, that he allows us to do, to be able to produce images in fully lit environments. This is what my customers get. This is what I can back up 100%. You can't mimic this demonstration at all. And yet I've made it a challenge for you. Knowing that you can't. Gets you a reality check. Lets you know where you stand. It's not to belittle you and tear you down. It's to give you a respect for other people's stuff and to learn to mind your own business. If you concentrated on more on what you should be doing in your backyard, you'd be doing the same demonstrations such as me. You can't do that. And that's the reason why you're faced with these challenges that you can't complete. So that screen pull that contrast level, that black level. Go right back to a light level. A white level. White level, yeah. If you notice that the LED lights that I have under my screen, see the little blue LED lights? You can't even see them. That's how much physical light is pushed into the room that the LED lights behind the screen are washing out. Like I said, your customer bought that product. If he's watching this demonstration, feel free to paint that screen and do that Starfield demonstration in a fully lit environment, and you can post it right here at the bottom if you want. You just gotta take it. Give you a half demonstration. Look at that. How much light's pushing through that window? Is that crazy? Like I said, the same thing goes for any other company out there who wants to challenge our technology, the same results. But just this particular individual at it, well, we have Part A, well, we know what Part A stands for, we don't pay him any mind. Anyway, so like I said, between him, that's basically about it. Now let's go back to our world. Starfield demonstration. Nope, they butchered it. Starfield demonstration. I'm gonna go back to our world. See? I can do the white levels, the skin tones, everything. Just like your screen. Can't put a Starfield demonstration in the full environment. If you were hiding in that demonstration with that customer, if you were hiding that much light and you were using light colors in that demonstration, there's no way in the world you're going to pull this off. And you just watch me bounce into your world of bright, beautiful colors and go right back into contrast. And keep in mind, the distance where his windows connect to his screen are around probably about 8 feet, maybe more than that. The reason why I know that is because where his projector was sitting at when he had the 4K, the 100-inch screen he had in the room was approximately between 8 to 9 feet from the screen. And if that's the case, that means the windows were actually past the projector, which means they made a little farther than that. So he's got a little more distance, so when he opens up the windows, the light's going to make contact with the wall. On my end, since my room is much smaller, well, distance travel from the windows to the screen, my windows are pretty much sitting right up on top of my screen. And my projector has a 2000-to-1 contrast, I think it is. And how in the world do you pay? I think that projector P2 is around what, 4,000? They're way up there. They're pricey projectors. How in the world you got that kind of power and you can't do this? But I told you at the end of the day, there is nothing wrong with the P1 or P2. At the end of the day, it comes down to your screen. You get from your projector from what your screen can do. If your screen can't do the job, then your projector can't do the job. That's what it comes down to. You can have a $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 projector. If your screen doesn't have the capability to give that projector's best performance, then the picture quality and what you get from your projector is going to be pretty much useless. And think about how powerful the contrast is on a P2 compared to the contrast level I have on a projector that's only 2,000 or maybe lucky to be 3,000 to 1, but yet I'm pulling a better contrast level than your screen. And your projector's contrast is way beyond mine. And I can pull the bright, beautiful colors and everything I need to do, just like your projector, just like your light gray screen. And I've done that against certified screens, not screen paint. So what's the point of having such a powerful projector with such an amazing ability to produce a great amount of contrast if you can't see it? What did you just buy? And my $180 eBay projector down here is pulling contrast at a 2,000 to 1 contrast. The protocol is when they buy the product, they're going to be told that it's not ambient light projection. So that way that excludes them from thinking that they can do the same thing we can do. And it gives him the excuse to tell them you have to use it in an ambient light controlled environment, because that's what he displayed in the video. An ambient light controlled environment. This is not ambient light controlled. Should I put my lights on? Do you think it's dark in here? I think it may be a little too dark in here. So let's put the overhead lights on. All right. So now we got the overheads on. Got all the lights in the room kicking off, the windows and everything. And projector is only around 2,000 lumens, or 2,000 to 1 contrast. Let's see our contrast levels. So pretty good. I explain to people, you can have a light gray screen and you can have a projector with 1,000,000 to 1 and so forth contrast levels. I will blow your screen clean out of the water when it comes to contrast with a projector of only 2,000 to 1. Heck, I'll do it with a projector with no contrast because my screen's black. These are 17s, not 15s. 17s have incredible gain capabilities, and they have the ability to produce amazing coating technology. All right, let's get out of there for a bit. Let's go pop over to, well, I feel like we have some snow today. 4K snow screensaver. Let's go pop back over there again. Here we go. Getting the nice bright levels coming up. Boom, there's my snow. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, we can do Woofy. Let's go over to Woofy. There's my foxtrot right there. And mind, now the screen is fighting sunlight pushing through the windows. Here's that beautiful white. And then with the white snow out there reflecting, it's bouncing more light into the room, which means now the cameras are having problems of focusing to how much light is in the environment. There is so much light in the environment. Do you know there's blue LEDs underneath my screen right there? Did you know that? You can't see them, can you? That's because there's so much light in the environment, the LEDs are washing out. Yep. There's blue LEDs right underneath my screen. You can't see them, they're washed out. There's too much light in the environment, it's washing them out. Let's pause that for a minute and let's stare at the bits so we can see the white levels on that black screen. Let's go to the deep blue ocean. How about that? We'll go to the deep blue ocean and we'll display our blues. Let's go show some. Boom. How about this? How about we go? So look at this. I love doing this one right here. Look at the colors that pop off that screen. Let's go get some deeper colors besides the greens. Let's look for some reds. See if they got some reds in there. There we go. Let's see what other colors we got in there we can play around with. More reds in there, reds. We got some reds. Here we go. Got some nice yellows in there. Boom. Alright, that's fun. Let's go over to, let's see. Let's check this out. There we go. Anything I want, I can swap, bounce them here. I don't have to pick certain videos that are going to make my screen look incredible. I can bounce in and out of all these videos all day, and the screen's going to produce that image, no problem. On an angle, right there. See that? Like I said, your light gray screens, your products, I can go in your world all day long. You just can't go in mine. Your decision. Oh well. Well, that being said, let's go back. You got a star field back in here? Let me see. Star field demonstration. Because that's the test you're going to have to do. Star field demonstration. There you go. See? I can display that on my demonstrations. My customers see everything. Your customers never see contrast in your demonstrations. So, we're going to call you out. You're going to do the demonstration. If you don't do the demonstration, you have to admit what your product is. It's not narrow technology. We already know that. Start the demonstration. All the window light coming in. Push your curtains all the way up. Let's see that area nice and bright all the way across. And let's see you pull that image up. And not only do I want to see that image here, but I want to see it here. Corner to corner. No gray areas, no tan areas, nothing. Straight black all the way across. That projector you paid for, you shouldn't have a problem doing it. And keep in mind, it's not going to stop there. For every demonstration that we do, you have to match it in your demonstrations. And we do brutal demonstrations, you know that. And if you don't, we'll have a can of your product right here so we can do the demonstration for you. So we can show the consumers what they're getting. Because you hide a lot of things from your customers and they should see everything. As I'm showing you all now in my videos, you see everything. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. It's going to be a couple of interesting couple of months. And then as we feed into the summertime, then we start going outside. So I wouldn't dare do any demonstrations outside. Because if you do, you're going to have to go outside with us. So don't do any demonstrations outside. If your product's not made for outside, don't trick the consumer in thinking that paint can be used outside. If you do that, we'll take you outside. All right. Got to go and God bless.